I'm Joey,
I'm Jason.
and this is Metal
Monster
Review. Today we're going to talk about an album from 1990. We are going to talk about Cannibal Corpse, Eaten Back to Life, the debut album from one of my all-time favorite bands. This is a pretty cool album. For anybody who hasn't listened to Cannibal, it's definitely... They're a band is worth listening to. They're very heavy, and they have a sound to me that is just almost out of control. They're just a band like you've never heard before. And for those who are into them, have seen them live multiple times, own more than one Cannibal shirt, own the albums, they have a devout following with their fans. They have a very devout fan basis. So this is their first album, and it debuted in 1990, which in 1990, you had a lot of great albums that came out. As we've mentioned in a previous review, Megadeth, Rust in Peace, Slayers, Seasons in the Abyss, Anthrax, Persistence of Time, Exhorder, Slaughter in the Vatican, Cause of Death by Obituary, Death, Spiritual Healing, Entombed, Left Hand Path, and that's just to name a few. So you had a lot of killer stuff coming out in 1990. This stands out a little bit here. First of all, what I love about the band is I love the artwork itself.
Yeah, they're famous for like all their albums, their gruesome artwork.
Oh, absolutely. You just take a look at this here, and you can just see this corpse eating its own intestines. It's just almost mind-blowing. The work is done by a guy by the name of Vincent Locke, who's done artwork for them for the past 25, 30 years. And you always see, you recognize his work for sure. When you see the Cannibal artwork, you know it's them. And they have these song titles that are just utterly gory, Born in a Casket,
Bloody Chunks,
Skull Full of Maggots,
Shredded Humans,
and Buried in the Backyard.
And one thing I'm a huge Corpse fan, and what I love about them is you know what you're getting.
Yes, absolutely.
You're getting straight fucking death metal.
Absolutely.
No beating around the bush, no secret messages. You're getting fucking death metal.
And that's what's great about it. And they just recently came out with released a new album, and it's not like when you sit down and listen to it and say, there goes Cannibal, selling out, doing a fucking ballad. You know what you're getting. You have this gruesome artwork and this just gory matter within their song titles, Another cool one off this track, Put 'Em to Death.
Yeah.
Edible Autopsy. You know what I mean? This album has a sound to it that it's almost more of a raw kind of sound. The production quality wasn't as good as some of their later stuff, which, the second album, The Fall, was Butchered at Birth. Tomb of the Mutilated followed after that. And you can see the progression and not only the production, but also how technical the band later became. This album featured Chris Barnes on vocal. And this is predating, obviously, 6 Feet Under by several years. So an interesting question is, which vocalist did you like better? Did you like Chris Barnes or Corpse Grinder, who they currently have now?
No, they're both amazing. And to me, it's personal preference. I prefer Chris Barnes, especially their following albums. Like how his vocals changed.
Yeah, you got more of that guttural sound to it.
This Eaten Back to Life's a great album, but his vocals, they're like, to me, it's like night and day. You listen to this, then you listen to Butchered at Birth. It's just, it's deep gurgles. I had to go and look at the little fucking pamphlet to see what the hell he's saying, but it sounds
almost with he does
awesome.
The low guttural growls. You need the lyric sheet because you're not going to be able to pick this
Corpse
up.
Grinder, his vocals are amazing too. I love him too, but it's like I said, I prefer Chris Barnes. I like the more deep gurgles. What about you?
Well, in all honesty, I agree with you. I love both vocalists. I feel you get a lot more definitive classic Cannibal with Chris Barnes, but I love Corpse Grinder because he can enunciate words better than any other death metal singer.
He says them so fast too.
He does.
So fucking fast.
And those high pitched screams that he lets out is just amazing as well.
And a little cool fact for you guys. Me and you know this personally because went to go see them the first time, and we didn't know where the fuck this venue was. And we left so early, and we got there like what, an hour and a half before the show.
Oh yeah, we got there pretty early.
We're just sitting there minding our own business, and that back door opens up, and who the fuck comes out?
Corpse Grinder.
Oh, we're like little schoolgirls.
We're just in our heyday. Oh, it's Corpse Grinder. What's up, man? How you? You
ran
know?
to my car to find a piece of paper, and the only piece of paper I had was my overtime schedule for work.
And he signed it for us.
And what did he ask us?
He was hungry. He wanted to know where Subway was.
Nice guy, man. That's what I hate when people assume they're Satanists and violent people. He was the fucking one of the nicest people.
He was totally cool, and we've actually had other opportunities to meet the guys from Cannibal for Mayhem Fest, and they were all super nice guys. Shake hands with you, say hi, how you doing? Very personable with the fans, and I agree with you. And it's something I really like, that they'll actually take the time and shake your hand, say hello, how you doing? Thanks for coming out. What's happening today? And they are very personable, and that's what's great about bands like that.
So if you're watching Corpse Grinder, you made our day that
That's
day.
right.
I still remember it. I still got your autograph.
Absolutely. But no, I mean, they seem like they're all a bunch of great group of guys there, And if you're not into Cannibal Corpse, hey, check it out, man. Give Eaten Back to Life. Start here. This is a good one to start with. They, to me, are extremely fast. As he mentioned ago, just brutal fucking death metal, and you always know what you're getting. So I would tell you to check this album out for sure. The songs I recommend off this album: Skullful of Maggots, Buried in the Backyard, Shredded Humans, Born in a Casket. You can't go wrong with any of this.
Yeah, the Cannibal Corpse, you have to have a special taste for this kind of music. But if you want to find out who they are, never heard them, definitely check this album out.
Give this one a listen. I'm Joey.
I'm Jason.
And this is Metal
Monster
Review.